Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Jay from Black Label Elite, bringing you guys another exclusive. Yeah, that's right. Hey, if you have not yet, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Definitely helps the channel out. And I am starting to put affiliate links in the description below. So any of my videos, I'm actually kind of going back through some of my videos and adding affiliate links. So if you like anything in the videos, please go ahead and grab that using the link. Definitely helps the channel. And, you know, like I say, hey, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Let's get to it. Now, the crazy thing is, look. Yeah. And it's yeah, even though I have big hands, it's still definitely very comfortable. Back. Now check this out. Today we are going to talk about one of the best EDC micro carries, period. Funny story about this particular gun. I purchased it knowing that I was not going to use it, right? So I really didn't purchase this particular firearm thinking that, hey, I'm gonna, use this as my EDC, one of my EDC firearms, or had no expectations of putting it into my carry rotation at all, right? At all. Now, funny thing, took it to the range and was really surprised at how good it felt in my hand. You know, how easy it was to shoot, and you know, definitely the capacity was one of the big things that kind of drew me to it in the first place. Everyone was talking about it. What gun am I talking about? The Springfield HELLCAT. Yep. No joke. I'm not joking. This is not a joke. Now, I know you guys have probably seen way too many reviews on this particular gun. And the reason I'm even talking about it is because it really did live up to the hype for me. So I can't say it enough, how good this gun feels. And of course, I always check the guns before the videos. But no joke as far as how good this gun feels in your hand, how good the trigger actually feels on it. And I'm actually going to do a trigger pull test just so you guys see, just the general weight of this particular trigger. But this gun, of course, most of you guys know 13+1 with one of the magazines that comes with the firearm. I believe the other I believe the other magazine is 10 rounds. But yeah, the 13-round magazine is definitely where it's at as far as this goes. Now, this particular 13-round magazine makes the Springfield HELLCAT literally almost exactly the same size as the SIG P325. Really? It almost makes it exactly the same size as the SIG P365, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. First of all, SIG, of course, came out first. And, yep, definitely checked all of these as well. All right. So, SIG came out with the P365 first. And of course, it has the 12+1 and capacity. And also, we all know the Glock 43. So, the SIG P365. which is kind of crazy when you think about it. First of all, you know, SIG, of course, came out first. And, yep, definitely checked all of these as well. All right. So, SIG came out with the P365 first. And, of course, it has the 12+1 and capacity. And also, we all know the Glock 43. So I literally have all of these, right? So kind of the same guns that go into, you know, kind of that are kind of in the same group as far as particular firearms, right? And I'm going to try to hold these so you all can have some type of idea, right? So this is the HELLCAT. This is the SIG P365, and this is the Glock 43. So, like, literally, they are almost exactly the same size. Now, the big difference between these three, this is just a normal magazine with a Terran Tactical extension on the bottom. The Terran Tactical extension changes this from a 6-round magazine, which was a lot of rounds, you know, back in the day, a couple of years ago, and turned that into a 9-round magazine. Now, the big thing about this, the length of this particular area of the gun now is almost the same length as a Glock 19. Now, you still do, you know, get that thinner profile for this particular firearm when using the Terran Tactical extension or any other extensions. Oh, let me address one other thing, though. So I see a lot of people in social media, you know, in different videos and things like that, using off-brand magazines for their firearms, or, you know, as an extended magazine or something of that sort. I just don't, I'm just not the guy to actually, you know, bet my life on, on an aftermarket magazine. That's just me at this particular point. And especially the ones that aren't steel, or at least, you know, some part of it being a little bit like I really wanted. I want it more solid than a piece of plastic, right? So say if the magazine on a Glock was just straight plastic and not you know, not steel lined, I wouldn't really. I don't think I'd bet too, you know, I don't think I would give it too much credit as far as that goes, right? Just because I know how durable the magazines need to be to continue to work, you know, for the long term, right? Not necessarily, you know, for a few weeks or a few months or something like that. That'd be fine. You know, and you have a lot of different issues with magazines that are on AR-15s and things of that sort, as far as them getting hot, expanding or contracting, and, you know, causing different issues with your ammo and things of that sort. So I just really like the steel magazines, a lot more reliable in my opinion, and can definitely take a beating, you know what I mean? So that's kind of one of the things that I think about as far as those extended magazines. I don't really mess with them. You know, maybe you guys can leave your thoughts in the comments about them. You know, I just don't really, I wouldn't bet my life on them, you know what I mean? Now the Glock magazine, the Glock extended magazine, that's kind of a different story, because of course that is a genuine Glock product, and it is steel lined, right? So that's kind of a different situation there. Anyway, let me get back to the gun, the Springfield HELLCAT. When I say it's a beast, it really is a freaking beast. Let me go ahead and get this meter out here so I can let you guys see what the trigger pull is like on this particular firearm. And of course, my hands are ashy again. Yes, that is the case quite a bit of the time. So it just is what it is. All right, so let me get this. There we go. £4 pounds, 13 ounces. All right. So that's what we got on that one. Let's clear it and try it again. 4.27 ounces. I know that's kind of reverse for you guys. But right at 4.2, 4 pounds, 2 ounces. But it feels so smooth, and it's very tactile. So you don't miss anything. So when you're very, very, very tactile, right? So that audible click on the actual firing and on the reset is very pronounced, and the feeling on the trigger. So the trigger, a lot of triggers just move you way past the wall. So when resetting, the trigger comes out way past the wall, and then you have quite a bit of travel getting back to the wall. This is not the case for the HELLCAT. So comes off and you're right back at the wall. So as soon as you start applying pressure again, you're already right back at the wall coming off of the reset. But you know, hey guys, like I say, this gun is a beast. It's definitely one that if you don't currently have, you should have. It has, you know, comes with the steel night sights. Sweet. I'm not necessarily a fan of the U-shape right there. I'm not necessarily a fan of that U-shape, but it works. You know what I mean? Like I really haven't had any kind of issues with it or anything of that sort. Also on this, on the rear sight, it has a really nice notch. So I don't know if you guys ever practice on cocking your gun using the sights or anything like that, but this is definitely a nice hook where you can catch onto a belt or onto the edge of a building or something like that if you ever needed to, if you only had use of one hand and you needed to cycle your firearm, right? So man, I really can't say enough about this. I really thought initially that hey, the people that were talking about it were just kind of hyping it up because, hey, they had gotten the free version. I didn't get this free, of course. I had to pay for it. And I really only bought it to do this, do a review on it, really. And I ended up really, really liking it. It is definitely, part of my EDC rotation. And man, I can't be, I really couldn't be more excited about a firearm, that I was really looking at as, just something to kind of talk about. And yeah, I'm really impressed. So Springfield, and full disclosure, I do have a few other Springfields. I haven't had any issues with them. The trigger on this particular Springfield is actually a little bit heavier than the others, and it's more crisp. So the break on it is a lot more crisp than some of my other Springfields. I believe I have 3 or 4 other Springfield pistols. So I'm definitely not against the company or anything like that. But if this gun was crap, I would have told you guys it was crap. But it is a really nice firearm. So if you're looking for a firearm for, a new concealed carry firearm for yourself, and you don't necessarily want to carry a full-size pistol, this is definitely one that I think you should go to a range and, take a few shots with, just to kind of see, where you want to be on it. It may end up being the one for you, or you may end up going with the SIG P365, which is a really nice firearm as well. You have one less, bullet in the magazine. Though they do have, 15-round magazines for the SIG P365 now. So you can definitely up your capacity that way. But yeah, so I was carrying this SIG P365 every day, unless I was carrying my Smith & Wesson 2.0 Compact. And once I took this gun to the range, I think that same day I came back and ordered the holster for this one. And as soon as I got the holster in, I kind of set this one down and I started carrying this in place of the SIG P365. So the grip texture is really, really great. So it's kind of, I would almost describe it like a 2.0, a Smith & Wesson 2.0. If any of you all actually have the 2.0, it's really, really a really aggressive texture. This is that toned down by about 50% for sure. So it's not as aggressive at all. You can actually rub it against your skin and it won't rip any skin off or anything like that. But when you squeeze it just a little bit, you can definitely tell that it's kind of locking in, and doesn't really move around too much when actually firing the pistol. So right, so you only really have this firearm in the P365 as far as the capacity in this particular, in this same size range, right? So this is a great gun for your wife, for for your husband, really just anyone who wants to carry and needs to carry, kind of in a tight space, or well, when I say tight space, I mean, hey, they carry a small purse, or they just don't have room on their belt, right? Depending on their size or whatever the case may be, for a full-size firearm. And these are really easy to carry with shorts and things of that sort. So a full-size firearm is definitely a lot heavier. These firearms are pretty easy to carry with, like sweat bottoms and things of that sort. So yeah, I have not had any kind of issue with this firearm. It's really been great for me, for sure. And I definitely recommend it. Yeah, I would. So if you're looking for one, like I say, hey, definitely go check it out at your local range. And just a side note, for everybody who's going to get a pistol, or you've gotten a gun here lately, please don't just get a gun and feel like, oh, I'm good now. No, that's actually not the way this works. So I'm glad that you got a gun, right? And I hope that you have that you get a lot of enjoyment from it. And definitely I think you need to get as much training as possible, because the more information you have, the better you'll feel about carrying a gun. Definitely about carrying one in the chamber. I'm not really going to get into carrying one in the chamber on this particular video. I do have a video that I posted a while back on that. You could definitely go check that out. Let me know what you think in the comments. But to me, if I'm going to carry a firearm, I'm going to have a bullet in the chamber. Okay, so because if I need it, I need it right now, right? Like if you're in a scenario where you have to pull out your firearm, you kind of need your firearm right then, right? I don't anticipate myself having time to pull my firearm out, rack the slide, and then engage the person that's trying to cause me harm, right? I'm just saying, if you're going to carry a firearm, get some training, be comfortable enough and know enough to actually safely carry your firearm with a round in the chamber. Be ready. Hey, definitely appreciate you guys. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Hey, talk to me in the comments, man. I'm definitely going to respond back to you guys. Let me know what you think. What do you guys want to see on the channel next? All right, I'm out. Be safe.